Hello and welcome. This is Darius Barazandeh, host of the U.S. Revolution. And if you're about to watch this amazing session that we did, then you're part of a group of humans on this planet who are ascending and moving into a higher frequency. You're not here by accident, and I'd like to offer you a special gift that will help you to adjust to some of these frequencies, plug in even deeper, and it's an energy activation MP3 that will double the power of your energy field in less than 57 seconds. It's absolutely free, and it's the first link in the description down below, but it's also going to let you get to hear calls like this one live and get daily help from healers, teachers, and masters all over the world. It's absolutely free, and it's part of what we're doing every day at U-Wealth Revolution. So if you feel called in your heart, you can click the link down below, and the special session that you wanted to watch and experience will start right now.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Darius Barazandeh. I'm super excited that you are here. Thank you for tuning in and plugging in and connecting to the U-Wealth Revolution. This is a place where you can come and begin to shift your life radically into your truth. And the truth is that humans are free. We are multi-dimensional beings. We are beings that exist at different levels, and we can create any life we choose. And if you're here today dealing with a challenge or dealing with a setback and feeling like it's not possible for you, I've got some information. There are new energies coming forward on the planet right now that are freeing things that once were solid, freeing things that once were hidden, and bringing to light the truth that will set all of us free. And it's happening every single day. And the more we align with the world that is being created, a bright, beautiful, new, prosperous, and happy, free humanity, we will live that. And this is what U-Wealth Revolution aims to create every single day. And we have Judy Satori here to unlock this new world for us and help us understand what it is going to be like and what we are here to do in this world. And she's not only going to talk to you about it, she's going to help you experience it. So you actually live in that space. You can feel that space. And we're talking about a space of regeneration. You may have been working on your life or trying to shift things, and you may feel that the energies are bringing you down. Your body may be in discomfort. Your body may feel worn down. We're going to talk about all of it and the new light codes coming in that are freeing humanity from so much. And she's also going to be using light language energy, so please be wary. If you're driving, if you are operating a car or anything like that, be careful listening. This energy is very strong. It is new. Your body may not be accustomed to it today. So as it comes in, watch what you feel. If you ever feel queasy or anything like that, use your best guidance. This is not a substitute for medical advice, treatment, or guidance. Well, I want to get started. Our guest today is Judy Satori. She's an energy conduit, a catalyst, and an activator for spirit. Her role is to transmit energy words of new creation designed to switch on more of our human 12-strand DNA genetic code. Her spiritual purpose is to help us usher in a new beginning in a new way for our life on earth. She's an energy conduit for spirit, a step-down transformer between heaven and earth, source and soul, and her mission is to advance human potential in a way that has previously been impossible. Now that the earth has shifted to a faster pulsing energy of the fifth dimension, human beings like me and you no longer have to live in the old patterns. We can begin to be energetically recreated. This is a key part of what we're going to be talking about here. What would it feel like to be energetically recreated and return to the perfected pattern that is our birthright? Well, streams of light, energy, and most importantly, sound flow through Judy that generate this activation. We're going to be talking about it, and this is actually activating things like changes to the human genome, to the DNA instructions for life that is literally the genome, so we can activate this truth and enhance our true vitality, energy, and life. Judy, as you know, does this through her voice, her eyes, her sounds, and it comes out very rapid and powerful. It's the languages of new creation. She's also the author of Sunshine Before the Dawn, and she has downloaded this story from multidimensional star beings that describe how and why human beings came to Earth from star nations within the galaxy. I highly recommend, if this is striking a chord, that you read this book and you get to know your truth. The truth is that you are free. Let me read what a few people have been saying. One person said, I listened to your light language. It was extraordinary. Thank you for everything. Words cannot express what happened. Another person, the short activation you did activated my basis chakra. It's given me an activation into my inner vision of my galactic life and communication again. I'm also feeling the information you were talking about has touched and changed my DNA and my brain. Another person, that was Osana in Russia. Christine in the USA, I'm so grateful for you. Judy Satori, it's incredible. The language is exactly this. As you started, the frequency of joy flooded my entire being, then ribbons of sparkling white lightning shooting from the stars were turning on my codons. My DNA experienced a level of joy to the highest realms. I floated into nothingness, into knowingness, and wow, thank you, lifetimes of galaxies and blessings. We've got people who've released big issues, discomforts, pains, detox, all of this from this light language. Get ready to experience it here and do this for me. Will you please raise your hand? We want to help you and serve you. And also, will you please send a huge amount of love to our guest today, Judy Satori. Judy, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Darius. And it's welcome to everybody who's listening on the show today. And thank you. I can feel the love beaming in at me as we speak. So thank you to all of you. Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
There may be some new folks that are not familiar with you and what a light language is or your work, and I want to give them a little bit of an introduction. Tell me how this opened up for you and what the light language truly is.
Okay. Well, I began my work with Spirit 20 years ago at the beginning of 1998, and I went to a Learn to Channel or Learn to Connect to Spirit workshop. And I met there with my mind, and certainly physically, because I shook really violently. I met a being who looked to me to be tall and dark, wearing a purple robe with dark eyes and dark brownish skin. And he told me in my mind telepathically that his name was Balthazar. And I came to understand over the following week that Balthazar was one of the Magi. And what most often happens when we begin to connect to other spiritual beings or to spirit in this way and begin to be opened up to more of our multidimensional selves and our true, authentic spiritual selves, we connect with beings that we've been with probably in other lifetimes and other incarnations. And I feel that Balthazar and I have a karmic connection going way back. And then I started to work with ascended masters, the angelic realms, culminating in extraterrestrial beings from other star systems, first from Hathors, Pleiades, etc. So it was 5 years later, in about 1992, that I began to speak these languages of light, or these languages, the energy languages. And the languages of light that I spoke 15 or so years ago were designed to recalibrate people's energy field, to clear karmic miasmic patterning, which is discordancy in the energy field, caused by past life trauma, and to open the heart. And this was really to get people ready for the shift of the earth in 2012, to get us all ready to receive this more expanded light that is coming from Source, God, all that is. And at that time, back in 2012, this energy of light was coming from the heart center of this Milky Way galaxy, our galactic center. And this is the programming energy for this Milky Way galaxy. So, but now what is coming in is a new, more expanded form of God energy, source, universal consciousness, whatever you like to call it. But it's a more expanded God creation vibration that is coming now from the heart center of 22 galaxies, configured together in a multi-galactic diamond. There's 22. And so what's really coming to Earth now, the language or the energy that I'm now working with, is coming from a much more expanded source of God's potency, if you like, than ever before. And this language began to come through this year in 2017. It particularly started to come more strongly when I was in New York at the end of October, and I was speaking at an expo there. And now as we complete this year, 2017, and begin to move into 2018, it's becoming stronger and stronger and stronger. It's not just the language that is becoming stronger, it's the energy that's coming to the earth and us. So I'm just one of the people that are helping to step down this language, step down this energy. And the energy is about recoding, reactivation, recalibration, switching on a new type, a more expanded human capacity within us. It's part of our ascension process. It's part of the Earth's ascension process. And it's part of human ascension process as we are beings living on Earth and calibrated to Earth frequency. And so what is occurring is that the true, or more of the authentic truth of our human DNA capacity is being switched on, activate and express. That's really what it is in a nutshell. But the ascension process is a consciousness expansion as we move into more of the truth and authenticity of our soul. But it is very much also a physical shift, a physical regenesis, the expansion of our true physical human capacities as well. And this is the nature of the work that I have been doing in 2017 and will continue to do for a while ahead, because as we prepare to receive this more expanded energy coming from this more expanded source of God's creation, we have to be able to bring it through our physical body vessel. And that is the most important thing. The outcome of this is that we feel a renewed physical vitality and energy. What the energy would.
So it's almost like, I got this vision of our body actually running on a different frequency life force, or being able to download or receive a different frequency life force from this 22 galaxy system.
Exactly. This is correct. This is absolutely right.
Okay,
and
good. I didn't want to think about going crazy. Okay, good.
Yeah, absolutely right. And this is in its infancy. This is all just beginning, because we, as people and as the planet, we haven't been able to receive and access these frequencies until now. It's part of a divine plan. It's part of the ascension cycle for people on the planet. Yes. And for all life on Earth, really, that this occurs. But it's step by step, so we can't necessarily see what the next step is until we get to the next step. It's a bit like we know where it's going, but until we actually experience it, we can't feel where it's going.
Yes.
You see?
Yes. Judy, I want to talk about the effects, and we're going to be receiving some of this energy. This sounds like really almost like a metamorphosis. I mean, when we talk about how it is shifting in the body and all around us, how would you describe it? Is it a metamorphosis, in fact?
Yes, it is definitely a metamorphosis, Darius, because if you understand if we talk about what the term metamorphosis actually means, a caterpillar in a chrysalis goes through a process of metamorphosis where the actual caterpillar body actually breaks down and liquefies, and a butterfly body is built inside the chrysalis. We as human people are also going through a process of metamorphosis. We don't get to go inside a chrysalis and go to sleep, but the changes that are occurring in our physical body are a complete alteration of state. And these changes can be a little challenging because they will bring up sensation, maybe the release of emotion, maybe feeling tired, maybe feeling heat or tingling or other sensations on the body. So we don't go into our chrysalis and tune out, if you like a caterpillar does. We are actually going through this ascension process as we go about our normal daily life. And the process.
Very interesting. And we're getting a bunch of questions coming in. You said this is part of a divine human plan, that the human species is to be advanced. Advanced to what? Tell me what it looks like as we advance, what it will look like on the other side of this, Judy.
Okay. So as human beings, we were created so I understand and have been told when I wrote the book Sunshine Before the Dawn, we have been created with a more advanced genetic template than we are currently able to express. So as human beings created by the star nations and God within this galaxy, we were created with what's called a 12-strand DNA genetic code, which gives us the capacity to be able to access and pull in energy from all of the 12 dimensions within this galaxy where consciousness can actually express in a physical flesh and blood type body form. But because the Earth has been vibrating in a slower pulsating third dimensional density for a very long time, the energy required to trigger the expansion of more of our true human DNA capacity hasn't been able to come in. Now, since the Earth's shift in 2012, the energy is starting to come in, and this is why I say it's a divinely orchestrated plan, because it is part of God's plan for our particular mansion world. And, you know, it talks about there are many mansion worlds in God's kingdom. So what a mansion world could actually be considered to be is a galaxy. So this particular mansion world is tied in with the other 21 mansion worlds of 22 galaxies. And the whole group creates a divine God creation matrix. So where it might look, where it might go, is that over time, more of our true human DNA capacity will begin to be switched on and expressed. I don't see this as something that is going to happen in a day, a week, or even a year. There is a significant period of time now, though, between 2017 and 2033, where a great deal of change will happen, both to us as people and also on the planet. And we can see this happening now. So our role, and you could say our responsibility, is to just be the very best that we can be and be happy. Hold on for the ride. Understand that this is a good thing. This is a good thing. It's to do with evolutionary change at a time when we are at the beginning of another great year, which means that we're at the beginning of another great age of Earth precession, which means that it's the time that the Earth takes to go 360 degrees around the central point of this galaxy. This is a great age or a great year. It's between 24,000 and 26,000 years long. And at every beginning of a great age, there's a new evolutionary sparking or upgrade for not just the Earth, but all bodies, if you like, all stellar bodies in this galaxy. It's a time of ascension. It's a time of new beginning. And ascension is expansion, really, into more of the truth, which is of our divine creator or a divine creative source.
Wow. We are going to get started with some questions. Judy, there's so much going on the planet, and I start to see many of these structures begin to unwind. We see things coming to light that may seem nefarious or maybe even against the goodness that we feel in our hearts happening. It's coming to light. The darkness doesn't seem to have a place to hide. What is going on? Is that connected to this? And the corollary is, how do we adjust our bodies to all of this happening? But first start with maybe what is going on the planet?
Okay, what is going on the planet really is a breaking away of all that does not serve, so that a new structure can be built, not just within our physical bodies, but in our societies, in our communities on Earth. It's very heartening to me to see how younger people on the planet, maybe those who are in their teens, 20s and 30s, they appear to have a greater understanding of the common good and how to help all life. Yes. And so I feel that the old is fading away. It's like the old guard is fading away. And when I talk about a divinely orchestrated plan, we as souls have come to the Earth to help with this process. And our knowingness, if you like, of why we've come is also beginning to be sparked and activated and switched on. So we feel, many people, me included, but I think many people that I speak to, young and older, feel an urgency or a mission or a calling to do something here, much more so than maybe in previous times, previous generations. And this is because we have been incarnated here to fulfill a mission, if you like, our own and unique purpose for being here. And we are all playing our part in what is an incredible overhaul of life on Earth. It's like an overhaul, whether it's out there in the world or whether it's inside of us. It's like a getting rid of the old to bring in something so much better, really.
Yes. Yes. Well, it is happening. And yet at the same time, I want to share there are people here who are dealing with physical symptoms of ascension that could be deep sadness, physical discomfort. There could be low energy. A lot of things happening as our bodies are not able yet many times to handle all of the energies and all the things unwinding. What would you say to that? What can we begin to do? Maybe an activation would help to begin to get us into that state. But these ascension symptoms are real, and I think it might be helpful to talk about it a little bit so we can realize, hey, it's okay. This is part of the process.
It certainly is. It is part of the process. And everybody, I've been experiencing for years, and everybody has. And it's because we have so much stuff, karmic miasmic distortion, locked in the cells and our energy fields, and also on a DNA level coming through our linear line DNA, that's our genetic ancestral line, and also coming from our soul DNA, which is the experiences that we've had on a soul level. And all that energy distortion is locked into the physical vessel that is us, on all aspects of us, from the DNA level, the cellular level, within our energy fields, within the roots and facets of the chakras. This is all the energy work that I've been doing for years to try to relieve, to clear, to open, so that we can receive this more powerful energy that's coming in. Because what is occurring too is that as these energies, particularly between now and 2033, become ever powerful, they will hit up against this energy distortion, and we then feel emotions come up, we feel tired, we feel achy, we feel maybe pain, maybe the cellular tissue of our body starts to break down a little bit, and the organs and systems don't function as well as they used to, not just because we're getting older, but because this karmic energy distortion is coming up. And we'll talk about it later, but one of the major programs to address that is that I'm talking about later on the program probably is detox for the physical body, because there's no doubt about it, the ascension energies are powerful. They're getting more and more powerful. We need to learn how to look after our physical bodies, how to detox our physical bodies physically with the foods that we eat, but also how to detox with energy and open into the new. It's a bit like if you imagine a child's seesaw. We need to diminish the discordant energies, which is maybe like at the top of the seesaw, and we need to swing the balance the other way so that we go through a process of healing, which really is just about coming into balance, and we swing the seesaw up the other way so that we can then begin to regenerate and we feel better. So we are all, Darius and everybody, we're all going through this process. Nobody is exempt, and it is a process of absolute change. It's part of the metamorphosis, except we don't get to be like the caterpillar and go to sleep and disintegrate inside the chrysalis. We have to live our lives. So it is a bit challenging for sure. But Spirit have brought through some really interesting and very supportive energies to help with this. It only takes a few minutes a day to listen, that's all. We just have to fit these support techniques into our daily routine.
Yes, and you know, when we talk about this ascension and we talk about this metamorphosis, it's when we carry these old 3D memories, 3D, third-dimensional chemicals and things that are artificial from the foods and from the things that we've ingested through the years, 3D paternalistic ideas or even trauma that's been, you know, back down from when we were kids, and even the scarcity programs and illusions of that as we move into the 5D and beyond in 4D. This all begins to feel really heavy, and we don't feel good, I believe, because there's a part of us that no longer wants to hold that vibration. And just as the world is waking up and the darkness is coming to light in ourselves, it is not feeling good because it needs to come to light and leave. So, Judy, I know we're all excited to get our first light activation, so I don't know if it's a good time. But, this is really cool because we are going to be opening up with light and letting more of this truth come in and illuminate the parts that we basically can say are the outdated 3D vestiges of a time that is ending quickly.
You're absolutely right. So I'm going to bring through some energy now, but I just want to also say that the increasing strength of the energy is also one of the things, probably the major thing that's giving rise to people not feeling good and increasingly not feeling good. And so the more we can detox, work with the energy, the better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work with some energy to really detox at a very deep level some of these vibrations. And this energy may bring up sensations of heat or tingling, or you may have emotions coming up, or you may have temporarily pain or achiness in your body. But it's not going to last. By the end of the program, it will be gone. So don't be disturbed if you feel a bit off.
I feel like we're going to heaven, so I'm excited. We're going to the 5D heaven.
Going to 5D heaven. Okay. And what Spirit are telling me is that we have within the DNA sequences, which of course in the chromosomes of every cell, we have within our DNA sequences, we have like energy blocks or energy breaks put on that have been there through all this long period of time to limit the expansion of human capacity deliberately, because the Earth and people were not at the level where they could have this capacity switched on, because they could do harm to themselves or the planet or to others. So these blocks also cause discomfort because, of course, in every cell, and we've got trillions of cells in the body, this is going to cause a shakiness or an off-pitch or an imbalance at a cellular level, which is going to translate into off-pitch and imbalance everywhere in the body. So we're working at the cellular level now with the DNA to eradicate this limitation. Just to explain that the language that I'm using here is what's called the language of beyond the beyond. It's a more expanded light language than I have spoken previously. And so it encapsulates and incorporates all the frequencies of these 22 galaxies, which is like a complete God matrix. It's like the word. It's like the complete, all that there is of God's creation energy. And so it's like new words of energy creation. And the energy words incorporate light, sound, vibration, color, frequency, and they are creating an effect on the energy words within our DNA code and within the cells and in all aspects of our physical body. But we're working here at the DNA level. So now this energy is flowing more now into the atomic structure of the cells, working at an atomic and subatomic level within the cells. Schlagli Sadishalkli, Ishishadagolusha Sadaka, Almada Kukakakasakotisia, Makotokuti the Kasatia, Akola Kisa the Kazeta Kasetia, Akoluda Ruji Shukali, Fish the Kazadiki, Makalako Tishakushtaka, Akishikosia, Shikosasia, Shikosasia, Ashikolasi Akosishtakasiaka. And just if everybody, if you all take a deep breath, and as I said, don't be concerned about any sensations that you might be experiencing. Everybody's unique, so I don't really know what you're going to experience. And it might be nothing, because we're working at this very deep level at the moment. All you might be feeling is sensation or vibration. So I'll just check in with you, Darius, for some feedback here.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I feel very much like I kind of walked into a different dimension. It feels very viscerally different than where we were when we started. And I am almost seeing just so much of the translucency of the world around me right now as I look at the things in my field, and the structures, my own body. It's almost like I feel there's very much like a multi-dimensional essence that feels very palpable to me. So that's where I'm at, and I'm going to acclimate and just sort of ground in. And I'd ask if anybody wants to share what's happening. I realize how hard it is at times to do that right after one of these processes. But share with us and let us know what's happening with you and where you are at and what is coming forward. We're getting a few questions as well, and I want to get some of the core questions from folks because they have a lot of questions about this metamorphosis. A few people already wrote in incredible energy. I felt it intensely coming in. I felt it just even before the call started. Here's a question that just is in the mix, and one person is asking, what happens to the shadow energy that you were holding after we go through this metamorphosis? Where does it go? What happens to it in our old body?
Okay, the shadow energy, I call the shadow energy karmic distortion or karmic miasmic distortion, which is really just the energy of thought and belief that we have taken in or created in some past life or a whole series of past lives, or the thought and belief energy that has been projected at us by situations, experience, or even other people. And so when we talk about our shadow is not bad. It's just energy that is not of the highest light of God. And we can have created this, or it can have been projected into us. But we can always override it because we always have the capacity with our the law of higher will to override those energies. And the best way, of course, is to just concentrate on love and expand that love into joy. So let's do that now, because the shadow energy is just energy, and energy will dissipate. So what we are all experiencing with these energy words of new creation is alchemical change, where the so-called dark energies or the shadow energies are just disintegrated. They go through a process of metamorphosis and release.
Yes. Wow.
So they're not stuck in anymore.
Wow.
So let's just go to this integration of actually opening our heart and expanding into greater joy and moving to the other end of the seesaw, which is expansion, light, heart opening. And then we'll go back to some more clearing, because I don't want this to be just clearing. I want it to be opening. So just open now with the heart chakra into joy. Okay. If you wish, you can put your hands crossed over the heart chakra in the center of the chest.
So draw a cross with our hand. Is that correct? Like make a mark of a cross?
Exactly.
Okay.
With your hand.
I want
and
to be clear,
it would need to be a diagonal cross. Like an X.
Oh, a diagonal cross. So not so a diagonal like an X. Okay. Now, why
Like
is that? May I ask?
cross.
Why is that?
Just because we're just putting our hands on the heart chakra, and that's the most comfortable way to position the hands, really.
Oh, we are putting our hands. I think the line broke up. So I want to be clear so we all have the highest experience today. So we are crossing our hands across our heart and basically making an X with our hands, not drawing one, but just holding your hands on your heart. Okay. Thanks, Judy.
And this is because we are all energy conduits. So when I speak these energy words, the energy is coming through your energy feeder lines of light, through your axial lines, through your central vertical power current, and into your body. So this is drawing it in, and the hands just help to focus, really.
Yes.
Amador Katisi di Shista Koya. Alla cosa che si custona casa da Koya. Lisa de Kisa da Kisa da Kuja da Kaz da Kia. A Kaka Kiki da Kisa da Koja da Sea. A lowly speech or Colisi di Shinama da Kazo Colisia. A Kisa de Kuja da Kaz and another Koti to Kusi. A Kaka Spi Sakia. Lokistas a Koki Kiki Tese Kasi. We're working with the archangels now and the cosmic angels, particularly the archangel Metatron. And Metatron is the creator of light in the outer worlds, and this Earth is, of course, within the outer world of light. And so this energy of source is being stepped down with the grace of Metatron into us. Le messie costosa che stato così di sulma qui la belastia e le chiese di scese hise da cosa la conna belestia ma la chiesa matia ama colisa di shana bella cose di stanno coi le costola chiesa la chiesa di shnia mo che sta la chiesa di shuso qui le che sta la chiesa di costosa la chiesa da ca e chi hise da cosa da chi Akaka la chiesa da casi de co, I chiesa la casa di stonno colesia. Aka. And just take a deep breath and really let yourself float in this energy. Floating in the beauty of the love and the joy and the peace. And really gaining a realization of how much you are all connected to this love and joy and peace. And how much you are all connected to the source of God that is within us, or that is also without. And the source of God is at the heart of the 22, the master builder number of God's most expanded creation energy. I think one of the most important things for us all to realize is that we are not alone through this process. Sometimes in our angst, our emotional ups and downs, and with the physical glitches that we're all currently experiencing, aches and pains, etc., bloatedness, abdominal bloating energy comes in, sore throats, headaches, just feeling exhausted. They're all ascension symptoms, and sometimes we can feel like completely abandoned and really alone. So I'm hoping that this energy is making everybody feel really supported and that you're not alone on this process, even though sometimes we can really feel it. We feel that. Particularly when we're going through periods of unwellness in the body.
Yes. Yes. I want to share a few things coming in from folks, and we're going to jump in and take some callers, and a lot of comments flooding our airways. Renee in Melbourne Beach says, so powerful, thank you. I'm vibrating, releasing through tears, and feeling the energy all through my body. Anil, who is in Guran, says, feeling strange words coming out of my mouth too, but I'm trying to hold it back to completely listen to both of you. Yvonne says, it's like my body or my DNA is saying, quote unquote, finally, that was about time. Let's go to work, meaning happy we are now allowed to fill our potential. Sophia, I've released a lot of pain and rejection just from this, from my heart, and a realization that I had a pattern running. This is fantastic. Thanks, Judy, says Marianne in Edmonton. Old sadness and grief and throat releasing through tears. Something is unwinding forever and ever, it seems. Thank you. Another person, my body's shaking in all directions. Another person, Shannon, I'm feeling really light, dizzy, surrounded by a green color. What is the green color, Judy? Do you have any idea? We got that a few times, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the green color most likely should be to do with healing, new life, like grass is green. It's that green new life energy coming in.
It is fascinating to me as we talk about this and sort of the new human and the metamorphosis, we're releasing not only just the old energy of the planet, but we're also releasing the old energy that is in our cells, in our DNA, in our memory banks. All of it is not going to be allowed on the plane that we're going to board in this new Earth. Talk to me about that, because I think it's really important. You know, these things seem to come up for people right when they're about to make the biggest, or at least I know with me, the biggest breakthrough or the biggest transformation. We feel the weight of those things come in very strongly. Why is that?
Okay, and this has also happened to me, Darius, a lot.
Yes.
A lot. Just before I start to expand, just before I go into some massive expansion, I usually feel physically and emotionally really off. And just as if I've lost all my connection with spirit, really, at times. And what I've come to see, because this is a pattern that's repeated many times in the last 20 years, I've come to see it with less anxiety about it. So when it happens now, I relax. For example, with the energy coming in for today, last night I felt really unwell. And instead of in the past, where I probably got really stressed and worried about it, I just went to bed and had a good sleep. And the unwellness was really massive, like bloating of all the cells of my body and feeling just like nervous system overload, really. That's what it feels like. And so this is normal for all of us, not just me, and you obviously experience it at times too. It's normal. And I think the most important thing is to do what brings us joy and not be hard on ourselves. Not be hard on ourselves because we're human. We're human, but we're also energy beings, spiritual beings, and we're expanding into more of the spiritual being aspect of ourselves and letting go the human side. But the human side, the ego side, the shadow side, whatever you want to call it, and even just the discordant energy, which we can't control, and it's just locked there because of lifetime after lifetime of going through trauma.
Yes.
It just has to automatically release, and this is part of the process. And there's not a lot we can do about it except use the various tools from spirit to help clear the stuck energy when it comes up, and be kind to ourselves. So be kind to yourself is what I really say, because everybody's going through this.
I agree, and I think this is so true. We are all going through it, and we all experience it. Some of us are absolutely, and some of you on the precipice of the greatest transformational wave you may have ever experienced, and we want to help you to get there. We have more light language activations. I want to take a caller or two, and then we have a special process that Judy's going to do as well to bring forth a new spark of vitality in the body, dealing with energy and happiness. So we are going to talk about all of it, plus we'll do some webcast readings towards the end of the call. We've got a few callers. Can we take a couple, Judy?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we've got Frank in San Diego, California at a 619 area code. Last name starts with a P-U-R-C-H. Frank, are you there or someone in that household?
Yes, it's actually Kim. That's my husband. Thank you.
Hey, Kim. Hi.
Hi, Kim.
Hi there.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Judy. This is wonderful. I was really happy to hear you say just a minute ago that you sometimes feel disconnected from Source, because in the past month, I've felt really disconnected. I've had a lot of physical things come up for me, and I've also had a lot of lower vibration ET activity around me. And so I've just almost feel like I'm shrinking down or withdrawing a little bit because of all this stuff. Is there anything that we can do about that? Does that make any sense?
Yes, it totally makes sense, because I feel at this time on the planet there is a bit of, I call it psychic attack, but what I'm really meaning is lower vibrational interference going on with many people, because we're about to cross the threshold. As we move into 2018, there's a whole new wave of energy coming in January 2018, just as it did in January 2017, but this is much more powerful. So there is a degree of resistance within us, and this can be karmic resistance. It can be energy that has blocked us from other sources in many lifetimes, possibly. It can be going back into old lifetimes where it's karmic energy from experiences that we might have had. Or it can be lower vibrational extraterrestrial blocking. When I see this, I'm wanting to really, I'm not wanting to focus on the dark forces or anything like that, because I really don't subscribe to that belief. I'm just wanting everybody to understand that this is a process of change, and before the light can come in, the lower vibrational energy may feel like it's getting stronger for a time, and then it pops. So I've also had this experience recently of feeling brought down by other energies, and this is a real thing. You know, I've experienced it several times in the last 20 years. It is a very real thing, and I do have tools on my website to help with that. But let's do something now to maybe cut any cords of psychic projection and to open our fields free of extraterrestrial interference or psychic interference, or even the karmic interference, which we don't even know is there, which is locked away unconsciously in us. And in my experience, it's primarily our own unconscious karmic interference that we don't know is there that affects most people. The true psychic attack is much rarer than this. It doesn't happen as often as we think it does. So let's do some work with this now, just to shield you. And there's a lot that I work with in this another situation.
Okay.
So just put your hands palm up to one side, out in front of you, slightly out to the side. And the most important thing about clearing these vibrations from us is to forgive ourselves, to set ourselves free from energies that are not really part of us, but they feel they're part of us. So the primary thing is to rise above those vibrations, and the first step is self-forgiveness. So just say to yourself now, I forgive myself for all energies that I have intentionally and unintentionally created that are holding me back from reaching my true potential. Just say that to yourself while I run the energy through you. Okay. Akaloki saj na kazana golisa de kalish de ki. Akalaki sash de kazada mokolo kokas zeko sash de ke. Alokasi de kazade de kisha de sadokora yadostia. And the kalisa de stado kalisa de ka. Lokosa sash de ka. So we're just drawing out blocked energies. because it's all energy really, not people. I mean, it's not that we are holding the vibration of some other person. It's an energy. So this is like sweeping your body and your energy field with light, like vacuuming out these lower vibrational particles, remnants. And this is to do with strengthening your energy field so that you are protected from the so-called psychic attack, other energies coming in and infiltrating your field. Ila kisa da kushino sokulusha sonia. Alabada godise de kisa rajuna sana kolia. Isi katatukusa kulista. Alaba to gudu katakushtona kasarisha. Akoshishi sesia. Take a big deep breath, Kim and everybody. Because we can't really go through this healing process, which is coming back into a balance, and regenerate the body while we have blocked energy held within the cells and the energy circuits of the body. You can bring it in, but not to the degree that we can bring it in when we're clearer to be able to pull it in, you see. So going back to you, Kim, how are you feeling after I did that? How did you experience that?
My hands were tingling, the bridge of my nose was tingling, my body was swaying. I'm smiling now.
Wow.
So yeah, I feel good. Thank you.
That's great. You're most welcome. And you, Kim and everybody, after we get off the program today, drink 2 large glasses of water. Drink lots of water because that will help flush physical toxicity out of the body. And you can add liquid chlorophyll or lemon juice to the water. Quite important for all of us right now.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Kim. I've got to ask this question, Judy. When you mentioned interference, or she talked about some sort of extraterrestrial, what is the role of that in this whole ascension process? We've been hearing more and more about this. It's coming to light more and more. Is something that there's certain parts of the energy structures of the planet and dimensions that want us to go there, and some that are trying to hold it back? What is the story on that?
Okay, so this is the story that's coming to me right now from Spirit, telepathically. Okay. Okay. Within this combined matrix of God's creation, which is all of these 22 galaxies that are arranged in a diamond-shaped multi-galactic pattern, scientists call this the local group of galaxies. Within this matrix, and scientists say that there are 20 galaxies, but my spiritual sources tell me 22. Because this is the master builder number. So within this matrix, if you like, of God's creation, there are combined tonal frequencies that, when configured together or aligned together as an energy which incorporates all the frequencies of the all, is a powerful God creation source. But of course, within the galaxies, there are places, star systems, where the physical beings who are existing on the star beings, and of course not just on Earth, the physical beings that are existing in these star systems also have the capacity to use their free will, and over maybe a long period of time, maybe some of these star beings have not aligned with the truth of the light, which is the all, or the creation of God, or God's will, or God's light. And just like we have on Earth, those people who do good and who feel love, we have beings on those other star systems who are in both camps, if you like. So these energies that are there, yes, they are holding a different agenda, and their agenda is to delay and hold back the expansion of not just the Earth, but the expansion of the entire matrix. This is it's like This is like a big creation energy. And this creation energy stands alone from other creation energies that might be within our universe. So this is a creation energy. And we just happen to live among this creation energy, and we've moved beyond the impact or feeling the effects of just a part of this creation energy, like one part. There's 21 other parts that are now joining with this creation energy to complete a combined God creation energy of new creation to spark what is meant to happen as part of a divine plan, ascension. But there are energies that want to delay and block this, but they won't succeed because they can't. They can't. They don't have the power. The energy of God, source, all that is, has the power. But when we give our power away by going into fear or aligning with the anxious anxiety thoughts within us, and we can't help it sometimes, but the only way we give our power away is forgetting that we hold the truth of God within us, and that truth is through love. The pathway is through love. So when we love ourselves and deliberately create love within our being and turn our thoughts away from anxiety, fear-based thoughts, then nothing can really touch us in the same way. It's when I've noticed for myself, when I've got tired physically, when I've been on long-haul flights, when I've been upset or rattled by a situation in my personal life, when I'm physically encumbered, that's when energy, psychic infiltration can happen for me. But what I do is I do certain processes every day now to ensure that my energy field is really strong and protected. And that's what I would recommend for everybody.
Yes, we are going to be taking a time to move through an energy process. Again, we've got something special, and we're going to be doing more work with you and helping. I know time is going super fast, Judy. It's incredible, the vortex we've opened up. I want to do this, since we've got so many people wanting to experience more and more. I think we're going to move into this process that you have selected, and this energy and happiness, you said, were the key words to what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be activating with this particular process.
Exactly. And I apologize, I've waffled a bit and I've gone off the track. So,
oh, no.
so now we're going to do this process, which is about regeneration, opening into happiness, opening into a new type of permanent vitality. We all want to feel vital, no matter what age we are. So for this, you just put your hands palm up and just open to receive. And it will be, if you are not very well at the moment, you will receive to the level you can receive. And if you are okay physically, you will receive to probably a more expanded level, because we're all going through different, going beyond healing type processes. So just hold for the energy. Shela kalisa dishun namalak sokuya shikusheshtuka shikushita shakushti shukuteshtukata shukutita kasitia shukita shukita kasitia shukita shukita kasitia shukita shukita ka shukita kasitia shukita 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 shukita, shukita, shukita da kati da kisa, shukita, 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 shukita. Everybody take a deep breath. Mikaleko shoisi reshi se nemede sakoya, alamalaku shi na sakosi shi. Alakishi fasetakaterishna kalia, Madukulasto Gadishi, Sienia, Malakuji, Zida Dagazidaxinia, Alakalizi, Shishi Shakuta, Shishi Shakuta, Shishi Shakuta, Shishi Shakuta, Shishi Shakuta, Alaki Iki, Kazatakoshi, Shakashi, the Kasitinia, Shishi Shakushia, Lukishi, Shitaki, Nokadasia. Le pokola kizikikikikikistokulaштaka. Akoko okalakizitaka dergoshala monakodia. Mission namalakodi didamalakolustisia. Aka, 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 aka. Just take a deep breath and allow this energy to just integrate within your being. This is the new energy language of recoding, of recalibration. It's coming from Spirit, tell me, the place of beyond the beyond, from all of these 22 galaxies. It's more expanded, it's more potent. It's designed to recreate. And the first thing it's designed to recreate is our physical body vessel, to spark a new physical vitality, to allow us to go beyond healing, which is balance, into the expression of a new, more expanded life force for the body. So no matter what age you are, your life is being sparked. The more your body vessel and your energy fields can hold these frequencies, the more potent and powerful this energy will become, and the better the effects on your physical body vessel. And the key to this is the successive imprinting of new words of recreation onto the DNA template and the cells of the body to reverse degeneration and decay, and to repattern and reprogram for regeneration and vitalization. And it's happening now because it is God's divine time, and it's time for us as human beings to be advanced and upgraded. Just take another really big deep breath. And I just want to bring through another little sequence to seal this off, to consolidate this energy transmission. Mo da sun shu mo da zuli jun shu go laki mo di li on oiti mo la klu la sulusti mo ya ka se da kisno ko susti mo kliaka mo kushi si go li se de shona malako na kusti le kushi sa la kushi di jini sa ko de asisia akako koko o da si la kustosti. Take a deep breath. And another deep breath. Thank you.
We are feeling this, and I am speechless. It is profound. I'm buzzing and just in a real space of bliss. That's the only way I can explain it. Give everybody just a moment of silence just to calibrate to where we are. It's kind of like going up a ledge and then just taking a break and feeling it. So feel and let us know if you have something beautiful you want to share, what you're experiencing.
And I'm just going to speak gentle words of recalibration.
Oh, yes.
Nkali kushun zanjnina malakosa siadia. Mokoko ziki kushu kulishti. Amatazo koa. Ikina si kokli kushto sisia. Amakoshta kozilaka. Speaking to the soul, speaking to the spiritual aspect of us, the truth of the authentic being that we are. Akali kosok lista kosikasa. Amesiko shishi shoko oso ushti. Nako li koshi shoko koshisia. Amikiko kokistoko kosi kasa. Mukoliki jisi ki za namadikishti. Mukui kasasa kosista. Liki is a dikiza the college in the song holistiki. And the goli is the kohokisakos. Niki koso listana medako is easy as a success. Amako wakiaka. Niki is eleki kisashtokoya. Agli kisikas alestos sakoli kushti. Alakaz and asidika. Alakaz the keys the kazini the koya. Alakaz the keys the kojuna sun and the koya. Amadas sokola. Amadas sokola and amadaki kolokolesaka. Amadas sokoli kosushun go zadakoya. Nikokaki kakazatakasia. A cocky keys at a casta de costia. A coca get like a leaf that is too so cool. You make eco ustas in your car. This language goes all the way back to Tara, when the earth was Tara. And we all have that memory within us of Tara, and Tara is also the great earth mother. So we're being mothered or nurtured right now with the energies of Tara, which come both from the earth, but also from the higher heavens and from all of these 22 galaxies. Aka, aka. Aka, aka, aka. As we sit within the stillness of ourselves, let the word of God speak to you now, from your heart, through your mind, with insights and information for you. And the words I'm getting from Spirit are, now we are ready for more. Now we are ready for more. And the more is vigor. The more is to do with vigorous vitality. Enhancing vigorous vitality. You just sit to receive and just let the energy wash over you and through you. Take a deep breath.
Miekostuna balakilisa de shanabukulia, alabanakolisa de gribidifinia, alabanakolusha salabanakoya, alalekisi de sienna kojalaka, Ecclesia de stone, Rosinibili Ecclesia de stone, Malakalisa de Golesia, Akazi de Galisa de Golisa de stone, no locusia, Alakaza de Kushinamanda Kosa de Key, Alo Kisana Kisa, the Kisa de Kushnaksa, Akaka de Kodabediki, Alakazi de Kasi de stone, no Huko, Kita da Kisi, Akazi Saka, Matia, 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 Matia. Matia. And those words, Matia, 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 mean you are loved, you are blessed. And so it is.
Wow. If you'd love to share what you're feeling, let us know. I certainly want everyone to be in a beautiful space, so we'll just let this flow in. And Jean said, the energy from Tara spoke directly to my heart. It made me cry. Another person wrote in something beautiful. It feels like home. My room is actually surrounded by light beings. So interesting things coming in, much, much more. I opened my eyes and all pets that I have were sitting around me, staring at me, says Diane. She asked Judy, did they feel it? What would you say? Do animals feel this? This is a great question. What's happening with the animals as we ascend? Are they ascending in some way as well?
Yes, the animals are both ascending and also supporting. So the animals are really, in many cases, a much more expanded consciousness than ours. Some animals, as we all know. And so the animals will feel the energy, and they're being affected by the energy as well. So they are supporting us with their energy, and as well as being affected by it. We're sharing the planet with the beautiful nature kingdom and the animals. We're all moving together.
Yes. Wow. Pamela wrote in and said, I feel the light language come through me, tears as I feel washed in this divine energy. Lots of body movement going on with me to integrate the energy, and my own light language began to flow with yours simultaneously. I feel mentally and spiritually bright and energized. Another person wrote in and said, wow, I literally felt lifted off of my chair. I felt like I was taken and energetically transported elsewhere. Thank you. Thank you. There are stories upon stories here of things. Another person, I closed my eyes. I saw flashes of red glowing rings with a black hole during the last clearing for protection. So much going on. You know, as we talk about this and we're really plugging in, there's a big story here, and the big story is that somehow we are shifting, somehow we are changing, and it's our body, and it's part of a cycle. You said for the next 17 years until 2033, there's a whole new spectrum of energy, and our job, or our joy, I should say, is to plug into that spectrum and be in that light. What is this spectrum of energy coming in until now in 2033? What is it doing? What's happening? And how can we use it?
Okay. It began to come in one part of the spectrum began to come in around the year 2000. So we're halfway through this cycle which is actually a cycle of profound regenesis, which doesn't mean just physical regeneration. It means new beginning. So we're all going through this new beginning, which is an ascension cycle. And the new spectrum of energy that I talk about is coming in from now, but particularly from January 2018, is a much more extended, more potent, more powerful God source energy of change than we have been able to not just pull into our energy fields, but even access and experience. Hasn't been coming through until now because we've all had to get ready in certain ways, you see. So all these changes that we've all undergone in the last 17 years, and particularly in the last 5 years since the Earth shifts, they're expanding into more change of a more exponential, more profound energy. So the new energy spectrum that I'm bringing through these are new energy words of creation. This is like a new language of creation, which has 22 letters. In our English alphabet, we have 26 letters. So this is like a 22-letter languaging spectrum. 20 of these letters are active letters, and 2 of these letters are passive, which means that they are into the new words or the new sentences that are having meaning for our bodies and our energy fields and our spirit soul. These are like they're like the grammar, the punctuation within the sentences. So there's 22 letters, and these 22 letters are impacting on another alphabet, which is our DNA alphabet, which is made up of 4 letters only: A for adenine, T for thymine, G for guanine, and C for cytosine. And they spell out the recipe for the nucleic acid code within our genome, our human DNA, which spells out the recipe for proteins, which is the amino acid code that creates all the organic structure of our physical body, and also for our mental, emotional characteristics on all levels. It's what makes us us. So what is happening now is that there is a new energy language coming in, which is imprinting on a existing digital code or existing language within our DNA, and it's sparking changes. And we've really yet to see, as we move forward in the next 17 years, what changes it sparks and how it sparks them. But within the program that I've created called Regeneration Secrets, there's 2 processes. One is to increase the generation of ATP within the mitochondria of the cells, and ATP, adenine triphosphate, is the powerhouse. It's like the energy, the metabolism. It's the energy powerhouse within the cell. It's mitochondria. So the outcome, of course, is more energy, more vitality in our physical body. And the other thing that I've been asked to work with in this program is to bring an energetic form of telomerase through, which lengthens the telomeres of the DNA. And the telomeres of the DNA are like the egglets, the bound bits on shoelaces that prevent the shoelace from fraying. So the telomeres of the DNA tend to degenerate as we get older, because with each cycle of cellular replication, they get shorter and shorter. So this energetic form of telomerase is to strengthen the telomeres. I'm not sure whether it necessarily expands them, because we're only starting to work with this energy, but somehow it's protective of this degeneration of decay of DNA. So what Spirit are doing first is that they are bringing through frequencies to recalibrate, and then they're bringing through frequencies to activate a new life force in the body. And this is really the work that I've been focusing on for all of 2017, and probably for 8 years at least, but particularly this year, which is to do with the fundamental aspects of physical regeneration, what needs to be brought into our energy field, and what we need to do as physical people in our day-to-day lives in terms of our regular routine, which is going to enhance these changes. But it's like building the ground floor level of our house, of our new body, our new ascended body.
Yes.
Where we get to take our physical bodies with us on this process of ascension, but they have to be healed, healthy, whole bodies. We can't regenerate a body which is not healthy. So it all starts with coming back into balance, and then going beyond healing. Healing has to take place, and that is rebalancing. So this is, in a nutshell, what this program that I brought to the show today is really all about. It's about finding the way forward and bringing in the energy that is necessary to spark this new cellular change that will go on over the next 17 years and probably thereafter.
Amazing. There's a lot here, and I want to talk a little bit about it because what we're actually talking about is almost what Judy's describing as like a new energy spectrum that our body is able to connect to, and yet at the same time we want to let go and detox, if you will, from the old energy spectrum. And again, as I talk about that's feelings, emotions, 3D chemicals, and substances that don't serve in this new 4, 5D and beyond world, scarcity programs, paternalistic traumas, and things that can hold us back. I want to talk about it. It is deep in the newest light language, and if you love Judy, this is the next step in her downloads that are coming into her, and it is absolutely profound. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Judy, Judy 14. It is exclusively here, only here. It's the first time released to the world, and we're honored to have it, and it's called the Regeneration Secrets, and it's all new. And Judy, you talk about transcending to a space that is actually an alchemical energy, a new vitality and life force in the body, almost like a new spectrum of energy that we're able to absorb that is now coming in from those 22 galaxies. And I want to go through and talk about it. There's a great deal of background here, too. If you're curious or you want to learn more, there's a lot to discover. The first piece you're going to take people through is this Regeneration Audio Secrets. Tell me about this, because you go through a 6-step process that I think is very profound, with tons of light language that's coming through this whole thing. But the 6-step process, tell me about that, and then we'll walk through some of the pieces here.
Okay, so the 6-step process, this program, Regeneration Secrets, I've only made in the last 3 weeks. It encapsulates all my study, really, though, in 2017. But I've deliberately made it really short. This is because we don't have a lot of time in our day. We're all busy people. So each of these, there's 5 processes and an introduction. So there's 6 parts, really. But the 5 processes are only 20 minutes long, roughly. So I've designed the program so that in each of 5 consecutive days, you listen to one of these 5 processes. And it starts with, the first process is called meditate. And this is about being still, as we all experience today. When we are in this state of stillness, we become more receptive to the energies. We are able to integrate these energies better. And so the first step is actually a guided meditation. It's really energy activations and downloading from spirit, and it's working with different vibrational tones, beginning with platinum silver, because platinum is about purification, and silver is about the divine feminine ascension, expansion energies. But there's other energies that we're bringing into this process as well. So this is a guided visualizing meditation with spirit to set the scene. It's preparation. And then on the next day of the 5 days, you listen to recalibrate. Recalibrate is bringing us back into balance. So it works with different aspects of rebalancing, which if you're not feeling very well right now, or you're going through some form of ascension detox, this is very, very important. Recalibrate. And on day 3, we go into activation. And in day 3, that's when I work with the mitochondria, the telomeres, the endocrine, with the endocrine system, the pituitary, the pineal, the thyroid. This is completely guided, this program. I just recorded it ad lib in a recording studio. It's not something I figured it out. I was told about what to do in advance. But when I recorded it, it was completely recorded the way Spirit wanted it to be recorded. in these parts. And it's interesting because each part was roughly the same time. Interesting, really, how it would work out like. Yeah. And then on the fourth day, that's when we accelerate. It's a bit like spirit throwing a stone into a pond, and it's the ripple effect that comes from the activations that were preceding it on day 3. So then we accelerate these new energy frequencies that are going to transform our physical body on day 4. On day 5, the energy is to do with nourishing, just like planting the new tree of our new life in the ground and nourishing it with the fertilizer, the sun, the rain. So this is about nourishing, consolidation, recalibration. And every one of these 5 parts is part of a matrix, a whole, a complete cycle of regeneration. And every time you listen to the complete cycle of the 5 days, you will get stronger and stronger and more vital. And I've just finished 2 cycles of this because, as I said, I only recently made program. So I've just finished 2 cycles yesterday, and what I've noticed is that my flesh of my body, and this has been going on for a while, but the physical flesh of my body is much tighter, firmer, stronger. My body's much stronger than it used to be. My skin is much clearer, of better quality. Everything is, and it's hard, we can't really pinpoint different aspects of our physical appearance really, but it's just an overall strengthening and revitalization of my physical body. So what I fully expect to happen now, because I've been doing this work for 20 years and I know what happens and I know how it works, each time we entrain or repeat the cycle of the 5 short meditations, it's going to get stronger. It's going to get stronger. It's going to get stronger. And I've also added in quite a lot of supportive information, both audio recordings and what to eat, for example, that will help people as they go through this process. So I've got understanding about this language of beyond the beyond, a lecture that I delivered recently in New York City, a bit about the languages of light. Because these are languages of light, people were spontaneously activated to speak their own language, okay? We can all speak these languages because we're all created in the image of God in the body. It's a sacred language of our soul. And then I just wanted to talk a little bit about the power of the word so we get to understand what this is actually doing and how it works, and energy effects on the body. Yeah. And also, just why we get sick and how we get well. So this is a program which is not just the activations, but the activations are the key aspects for sure.
There is a lot here, and so there's 6 activations that you can do as much as you want. You can just do them in cycles, and we're really letting go of the things that no longer are needed. A lot of people are writing in about things that are going on in their life right now, traumas, relationships that are painful, and treatment from other people that is really bringing down their energy. One person wrote in and said, I'm super excited about the possibilities, but I'm having a lot of challenges going forward in my path, challenges finding a place to live. Another person, challenges with my vitality and energy, body feeling very weighed down. As people go through this, can this help with those situations going on in someone's life that just feel like that heaviness and that sadness and that energy just doesn't want to leave, that is just a lingering frequency of something that they don't want anymore?
Yeah, I think you're right when you say lingering frequency.
Yeah.
And you see, as we release these lingering frequencies, these karmic distortion energies, we actually feel them more strongly temporarily. So we feel like we're more weighed down. Discord and disharmony will come up more in our relationships because we're releasing energy that we maybe need to release, or just the karmic energy that we're releasing is triggering responses from other people that are not to our liking. I totally recognize this process because I think 2017 has been quite a challenging year, really, for many people.
Yes.
A breakdown of the old so that we can begin the new. And I think the most important thing is to just not put too many expectations on yourself or life in general right now. Just focus on doing daily things that bring you joy, to be happy, not looking forward with your mind and thinking, how am I going to do it in January, February, March? Just be in the moment, being in the now. You know, I think it's about surrendering to what is right now, knowing that for the new to come in, the old has to break away. I've certainly seen this coming up in my own life, and I'm sure every one of you has.
Yes.
It's about, there's not much we can do about it except be true to ourselves and do what brings us happiness and joy. Because then we're aligning with the soul. We're aligning with our true soul essence. All the energy that's coming in from spirit is different, really. The energy that's coming in from spirit is going to spark a new physical vitality within this program, for sure. But remember that the old heaviness has to release first. So this is why there are 6 audio tracks. The first one, though, is just introduction. So you really don't have to listen to that more than once. But it's the 5 consecutive processes that you could maybe start on a Monday, finish on a Friday, start the next Monday. They're only 20 minutes long, and this is what I plan to do myself, and I've already noticed significant changes in my own being.
Wow. Yes, I've started this too, and we certainly started it on the call, and it is pretty profound. Some of the language that came through today was unlike anything I'd ever experienced from Judy. And this is also in this deeper work. It's the language of beyond the beyond. And this is new. I want to talk about this now because, as you shared, you created this as it came through from Source. You channeled it through. And this is this is a potentiality within the DNA from the times of the Zep Tempi, which the times when Earth was called Tara. Tell me how these energies are different. They're on this page. They're part of this package to be integrated with this work at uwalsrevolution.com/Judy, JUDY14. And how is this energy a little different than other things we may have experienced from you, Judy?
Okay. So I've been speaking different forms of light languages for a long time, for 15 years. They've all been doing different things. But I've always known that there was something ahead that I hadn't touched into, that I didn't know how to do, and that used to frustrate me a little bit. But the thing is with these languages, they're not taught. You can't bring them on when you just feel you want to bring them on. It's all part of a timing of our own soul's destiny or path, if you like. And it's all part of a successive opening into the light or the energy of God. And so in 2017, January 2017, a more expanded light of God began to usher into the earth. And this has triggered a lot of change in all of us. And this has what has really sparked this opening for me into this new language. To be honest, I didn't know how to speak this new language at all, and I had to go to New York City to deliver a lecture about this new language, because I always get the topics and the information about the talks way before I have to do them, because that's life. You've got to put it out months ahead. And so I've always done that, trusting that when I actually get to the point, I'll be able to do it. But I was a bit anxious about this, to be honest, because for the 2 weeks before I got on the plane to go to New York, there was a lot of energy changes going on in my body, and I didn't feel that great physically. So I felt a strain around this the long way. I was in New Zealand, long way to fly. So actually on the plane, somewhere between the meal and dessert, I started to get energy downloads of information from Spirit about what I was supposed to talk about, this new energy language of 22 letters that I've said, and how this language has 20 active letters and 2 passive letters that provide the punctuation, if you like. And it's interesting because 20, it's a pretty powerful number, but there are actually 20 amino acids in the human body. So these 20 letters they create an effect on the amino acid code, the protein code of our physical body, which is our flesh and blood physicality. And so this information just poured out, and I wrote it all down. And when I got to New York and spoke, automatically a new type of language, new sounds started to come through, particularly this shh, shh. And I know that this is only the beginning of this language. You know, I'm doing baby talk of this language now. I'm not speaking it to its full capacity. This is maybe something that's going to take, I'm getting in the line now, at least 3 years. But I'm getting gradually stepped up by spirit to bring it through in a more expanded way. And what they're allowing me to open to right now is the capacity to bring through the frequencies for the fundamental aspects of physical regeneration.
Wow.
And then we'll see where it comes to in 2018. But it's going to get stronger.
Well, we're getting a bunch of questions coming in, and some interesting things. Monique is asking a question about sneezing. She says, since the clearings were done, Judy, I can't stop sneezing. Is this a sort of release? I don't have a cold at all, and I didn't have one before the call. What is going on with the sneezing?
Yes, Monique, that's so interesting, because when I first listened to these transmissions after I recorded them, I kept coughing, like spluttering, coughing. And so this is a release. Definitely it's some sort of release.
Okay,
and,
fantastic.
You know, the throat chakra, in this program, there's quite a lot of work to do with the throat chakra and the thyroid gland, because the throat chakra is known as the chakra of divine will. That's divine will, W-I-L-L. So as we expand through this ascension process, we are expanding into more of the divine will, which is actually part of our own authentic soul imprinting more on our physical self. And so a lot of coughing, maybe itching, maybe sore throats, sneezing, anything to do with those sort of bodily sensations is to do with opening into more of the soul, the authentic truth of the soul, and releasing karmic blocks, mainly karmic blocks.
I'm going to keep going. We've got a lot of questions coming in, and a lot of questions about some of the deeper work as well. This is the exclusive release of this amazing Secrets of Physical Regeneration. Literally an alchemical energy seems to be coming in, and we are able to process it now from another place. This is a fifth dimensional energy. Judy is showing and aligning our bodies to this energy. And if you imagine a car that once ran on gas, now that has solar panels, it is now running on solar. It's kind of like that. Our bodies are shifting the way that we process energy, the density, the stuff that doesn't belong anymore, the old 3D programs, the paradigms, the belief systems, even the components and vestiges of the food and the chemicals that we've eaten. It should likely go. I mean, I'm saying it probably needs to go. It doesn't have a place in this ascended high vibration body. A lot of people are feeling this. That's why we wanted to bring Judy in. She has a pulse on what's happening and where we can go. And the other piece, you have the power of the word, which basically explains how light language works and how you have been exposed to this through the years. And then you have energy and energy effects, which is item 4. And I want to share all of this, including why we get sick and how we get well, which is another part of this program. And we're going to talk about the foods and other things there, and a special healing of the throat chakra and detox for the physical body. There's a lot here. We haven't even gotten to these pieces, so I want to take some time to do that. All of this, including a bonus, is deeply discounted. It's $594. That is the price, but we have it here as a debut to the world to support Judy's work and bring this love in. 75% off, so it's $147, and you don't have to wait. You can get it immediately, $147 at uwealthrevolution.com/Judy14. Now, Judy, I want to go quick, but I want to cover everything because I still want to do some webcast stuff. So we may go right to the next, right up to the top of the hour here. But I want to talk about something we haven't, which is the foundational healing and clearing programs that people are also going to get in here. And this one is about clearing and healing the throat chakra. This one is key. I've dealt with this in my own life. This is one of my major blocks. Why did you decide to include this piece in this package today for UL's Revolution?
Yes. Because, Darius and everybody, we're all at different stages of our evolutionary development. And what happens too is that we open, and then we may reach a plateau where we don't feel that good. And it's that time of not feeling that good, either physically or emotionally, that we can employ these other two programs, which are detox for the body, because without a doubt, these are very potent, powerful energies. They will bring up very deep level discordancy. So if you are using the program, for example, and you're listening to your 5 tracks, and then you might get to Friday and you really don't feel good, then you can give it a break for a week maybe and listen to detox for the physical body. Or if you have throat chakra issues going on, and throat chakra issues will show themselves because of physical issues with the throat, like coughing, sneezing, sore throats, or the throat chakra is to do with trust and betrayal. You might have a situation in your personal life where you feel betrayed, or you feel that you can't trust others, or you feel suspicious. See, all these energies are not, we've got to realize that it ebbs and flows. We are going through a big process here as people, big process. And these energies and how we feel about ourselves and about life and about other people will ebb and flow. This is key. It's not a straight line up. It's a going up a little bit and then plateauing out, and maybe even feeling that you're going down again. So both detox for the physical body is about the physical symptoms, and the other one, which is to do with healing and clearing the throat chakra, can be employed as you go through this process of physical regeneration, because I can assure you that stuff will come up. And I want to make that really clear. This is very powerful energy. Stuff will come up, but just keep on for the ride. Keep going, because the benefits will be worth it. I absolutely know this because I've already felt them. So,
yeah. You know, it's kind of like where we're going. You know, imagine going on a trip and someone says, you know, you need to go on this trip, and you're really excited about it, and you say, well, I don't have the baggage, I don't have my luggage, I don't
Can
have
you hear me?
these. Yes, I can. Can you hear me, Judy? All right, let's see. Judy, can you hear me? All right, let's see here. Check, hold on. Can everyone hear me? Let's do a quick sound check. I don't know if, I think I lost Judy is what happened as I'm looking at this, so she'll call back in. And what I was going to say was it's kind of like going on a journey to the higher dimensions, and we say, well, we need all this luggage, we need all this baggage, and someone says, no, you're not going to need that where you're going, because there's going to be a whole new set of clothes you're going to buy on this vacation. There's going to be a whole new set of things you're going to receive. There's going to be a whole new set of things that are going to sustain you that you're going to need. And, you know, at some level, the old things that we've been living in, the old paradigms, the old ways of being, this doesn't sustain us at these higher dimensional levels. And this is where we are going. And Judy is helping us to usher this in at uwellsrevolution.com/Judy14. And I am super excited about this. Judy will be joining us back. I want to share a few questions as well. And if anyone is listening in, we're going to go to the webcast, and we're going to be talking about some of the questions and challenges. Judy, it looks like you're back. Can you hear me?
Yes. Suddenly the call was dropped, but I'm back now, so I can hear you.
Excellent. Well, we were saying where we're going, we don't need the old clothes and luggage and baggage, quote unquote, I guess that's the key word, from the past. Why do we get sick, and how do we get well? This is item 5, and I want to share this is not a substitute for medical advice, treatment, or guidance, but energetically, there definitely is things happening in our body that can affect us. How do we get sick? How do we get well?
We get sick really because the cellular balance, the balance within our cells and within all the organs and systems of the body, we lose balance, we get out of balance. Sometimes this is happening more and more to people as we go through the ascension process, because the energies coming into the planet are strong and powerful, and it's bringing up more of the discordancy of karma and karmic distortion in the cells than ever before. We also get sick because our bodies, the cells of our body, the purity and the resonance of the cells of the body and all the organs and systems of the body can't withstand pollution, electromagnetic fields, poor quality food. We're not getting the nourishment that our cells need. Many, many things can cause us to get sick. Stress is one of the major things. Stress, because stress creates havoc in every part of our system. So stress is pretty key. So we get well when we correct all those imbalances, basically. And as I've stressed a lot today, we need to come back into balance. Healing is really balance before we can regenerate. So the most important thing is to balance, to rebalance, which might mean taking some time off and spending time in nature. You know, it's very hard for most people to sit in front of computers day after day. You know, it's hard to live in concrete jungles in big cities. We need more time to nurture our physical selves, to make sure that we are eating high-quality superfoods that are actually providing cellular nourishment, to detox the blood, to clear maybe parasites, to get rid of bacteria and viruses in the blood. We've got to detox. And so the detoxing is physical detoxing. Yes. It's also energetic detoxing. It's a process. We keep on and on and on at it because, you know, from day to day we change as people.
Incredible. Well, there's also a whole piece on here, which is detox for the physical body. We've got detox for the energetic body in here. We've got light language to activate this higher dimensional energy that Judy has shared is coming from this essentially 22 galaxies coming in the shape of a diamond. It's a new energy in the body, a new energy and a new time from this light language. You listen 20 minutes a day. Let it guide you. Let it start your day. It is gorgeous, and we've been experiencing it here. I've been listening. It totally shifts dimensionally how you feel and what you plug into, and all of it is deeply discounted from $594, which is the total value, to $147, only here at UL's Revolution. And we're going to take some webcast questions, so please send in your questions. We've got questions as well about the package, plus a bonus that expires between now and Sunday at midnight. So if I start talking fast, it's just me being crazy me, trying to talk about and help as much as we can all these beautiful things. We've got Suzanne, and we will get to the bonus, and we will get to the webcast questions. But Suzanne says, I've got a question. She's in beautiful Ottawa, Ontario, and she says, if someone has the time, can all 5 of the processes on this page, on the deeper work, be done in one session on the same day? Or is it perhaps not recommended because of all the energy?
Okay, Suzanne, that's a really good question. It's not recommended. Okay. It's not recommended because, A, the body needs to go through a process of calibration and recalibration, which starts with setting an energy template, meditation, goes into recalibration, goes into activation, then into acceleration, and then into nourish. And the body needs that 24-hour cycle to actually go through these very deep level processes. So although no harm is going to come to you, if you listen to all 5 processes in the day, you're not going to get the same benefits, and it could, the strength of the energy could affect you a bit and bring up aches, pains, discordancy, emotion, detox you more quickly than you would want.
Wow. Okay, some more questions coming in as we keep going forward. I want to help a bunch of folks today. Send in your webcast questions. Judy can peer into your energy field. One person says, thank you, Judy. For the last 5 months, my body's been rejecting a lot of food. It started with animal protein. Is this part of the energetic detoxing? And this is Noha, all the way in Egypt. Thank you, Noha, for listening into this global broadcast. What happens there? A lot of people I know are feeling that. Even myself, I've cut down a ton of meat. I just don't really vibrate at it. But is that what's happening?
Okay, yes, it is. Because I've just to digress slightly, I've prepared a printable PDF, which is Foods for Physical Regeneration and Ascension Support. Oh. And this includes, which is part of the message here. So people can actually print it out. You can even laminate it. I've laminated mine so I could put it on the fridge or the wall or whatever. So it's got all the foods that support not only physical regeneration but ascension. Now, these activations that I've been talking about, they are designed to detoxify, recalibrates detoxification, meditation and recalibration. They're designed to support and activate. They're designed to nourish. But a plant-based, primarily vegan diet is recommended. And so what I've done is I've written the best plant-based diet that I subscribe to and practice, with foods to plants to detoxify and alkalize, and also plants to rebuild and nourish, and how to do it. That's on the PDF. And just to give you an example, I make a smoothie out of parsley. Now, parsley is organic parsley, really inexpensive and easily available, and it has multiple benefits. It's really high in vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K. We need, particularly vitamin K, because when the energy is expanding through the energy meridians and systems of the body, we also have to work a lot with the blood and the conduction of the blood, the circulatory system, and vitamin K strengthens the blood vessels. So I eat 2 handfuls of parsley every day, and I make it into a smoothie with apple juice for taste, because parsley can be a bit much. So apple juice, water, parsley, and a tablespoon, a small dessert spoon, tablespoon of spirulina, chlorella, and barley grass. And spirulina is organic protein, which the body needs, because, we should certainly limit animal protein, because we can't digest animal protein, and because animals, their frequency is not adapted to the new earth. So plants that are grown in the new earth, we need to eat, plant-based, you see. And it's very important for us.
Yeah, and if people, aren't, ready to do that, I mean, this still is going to have huge benefits, correct?
Yeah. Well, what I do is I actually add a lemon. I peel a lemon and I add the lemon, just a normal, inexpensive lemon. And that really cuts the parsley taste.
What
so
I mean is,
like
people who maybe aren't ready to go vegan, for example, they still can get a lot of benefit. Yeah.
Well, go to fish. I mean, I do eat salmon because of its nutrient benefits, and it's not going to be harmful to you if you have the occasional steak or piece of chicken. But this is guidelines, this is recommendations, and you'll probably start to feel you don't like more dense animal proteins anymore, that you don't enjoy eating. So when you don't enjoy eating them, that's your body saying, I don't want to eat this anymore. So just be guided by what you feel. Don't say, right, that's it, I can't have a steak. Do what feels right to you and what you feel. I'm just explaining the recommendations for ascension, and I'm explaining that we have to choose where we want to give up animal proteins. That's a choice, free will.
Of course. Yeah, one person, Renee, wrote in, I'm feeling the vastness of cosmos from this light language, amazing stillness, peace, and calm. Another person, I started speaking another language right now. I'm feeling like a soft cloud. Thank you so much. Another person, this is an answered prayer. I'm so grateful. Thank you for the realms from the divine ones of this joyful blessing and gifts. What questions do you have about your own energy field, about your own ascension journey? How can we help you? Okay, we've got a few. As people are feeling a lot of ascension symptoms, we've been talking about this. We've got light language frequencies to begin to loosen the heavy energies, and also even some recommendations to really grounding in and living in this higher dimensional beingness that is our truth. Thank you, Judy. Says this one beautiful listener, I'm very happy to have discovered your work. It is my desire to heal my back sacral headaches and sacrum headaches, but I just can't. What am I supposed to learn from it? Can you plug in to my field? Maybe something will come forward that can give me some insights. No name, but she's got these sacral headaches.
Cerebral, is it? Cerebral headaches?
Yes.
Okay. So, headaches in general are part of the expansion of, is part of the neuron pathway expansion going on in the brain. And it's affecting many people right now. So I'm going to do a little transmission to help with that, because we have the cranial bones, and sometimes these cranial bones don't have enough elasticity or movement in them. So I'm just going to work with this now and see whether this helps the caller and the lady who wrote in. So just put your fingertips into the third eye, really, which is just between the eyebrows. It's the 6th chakra, okay? It's also associated with the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is going through a lot of changes now, because the pituitary gland is the master gland in the body, and all of our endocrine system is going through change, but because the pituitary is so affected, this is much more profound, one of the causes for the headaches. Before I go on, I'll just check that I'm still on the call with you.
You are. I heard some strange sounds. You are. Yes, we're getting into some interesting interdimensional stuff, so watch the lines, everyone. Here we go.
Okay. So fingertips into the third eye here. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know what that is.
And take a deep breath. Working now with the cranial bones to allow for more elasticity around the skull. Take a deep breath. And many people are experiencing pain or discomfort in the occipital region. That's just at the top of the neck, where the neck joins into the skull, because this is the brainstem. And it looks a bit like the stalk of an onion with the bulb of an onion, the brainstem. And the brainstem holds a lot of ancient memory from the time of Tara. It's known as the lizard brain, really. It's the primeval brain. But when I say primeval, I don't really mean primitive. When I say primeval, what I really mean is that it's got ancient codings and wisdom. And part of the activation of our DNA requires that we connect with that ancient wisdom coding that is within the brainstem. So I've experienced occipital headaches in the last 2 to 3 months, and probably many of you have too. So we're going to do some realignment there. And just take a big deep breath. And these changes in the brain are also affecting our memory and our, retention of information a little bit at the moment. So you might walk somewhere, get something and totally have forgotten, and you don't have incipient Alzheimer's, or it's just that there's a lot of change going on in the brain and the brainstem right now for everybody.
Yes.
Not just to do with energy right now.
I heard so many strange noises. I don't know if everyone heard that. I don't know what was coming through, but I feel so peaceful. And this is so graceful. I think a lot of us are feeling like this process and all of the energy is disruptive and scary, and it's actually so peaceful right now. And I'm getting this from a lot of people. What difference this call made and what difference these light language activations are making as we begin to move into this area of physical regeneration. Our bodies very well may be running on a different energy, plugging into a cosmic source energy, plugging into energies from these 22 galaxies, wanting to thrive and recreate themselves, Judy, without all of that old 3D energy.
Yes. We don't really have to worry, Darius. We're in a car. Imagine we're in a car, and we might not know where we're driving, but we're driving, and we are totally protected and guided, and the car of our physical selves is changing. We're going somewhere else, and I think probably one of the most important things that I want to say to everybody today is don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, don't worry, be happy. Yes, I love it. I love it. And for people that are here and say, well, why would this program help me? What would you say? Who is this for? Because we have a lot of folks that are plugging into these calls and they're feeling the joy, but maybe something is just kind of sticking around or resistant or resilient that doesn't necessarily fit with where they feel they are going. Is that why this might be for them?
Oh, yes. This program is for everybody because we all want to feel better. We all want to, it's not just about clearing stuck energy from past life or whatever. It's so much more than that. It's about recalibrating not just the physical, but the emotional, mental, spiritual aspect of ourselves as well. Because when we recalibrate the physical and we go through all that process, which is getting ready for the new preparation, which is meditation and calibrate part of this program, then we automatically are going to work with all these other parts of ourselves as well, because we can't separate our physical from our emotional or our mental or our spiritual. They're all tied in together. And so the discordancy locked in the cells of the physical body and in the DNA level, it's affecting us emotionally, it's affecting us mentally, it's affecting the very way that we view life and our expression of life and what we attract in life, because we are all moving as part of this ascension process. We're moving from one container of how we view ourselves in life, which includes our physical wellness or vitality, into a more expanded container of life itself. So it's more than we understand or might understand it to be right now. And so this program will not only help you feel better physically, it is also an ascension catalyst and will help you to open to these ascension energies so much better, so much more easily, more gracefully, without so much blocking in the physical. This is to do with the physical.
Yes, I feel it. I feel just it's beautiful lightness and joy. And this is yet another beautiful gift that's coming forward. And if you want to go deeper, it's at uwellsrevolution.com/Judy, Judy 14. This is not about Judy or myself or following anyone or anything. It is about unlocking your truth, and the truth that you are a regenerative being that is living in a world of brand new energy, and we don't have to take the past with us where we are going. And all of it's been brought together by Judy, and she has put it all together for us. It's exclusive, the first time ever offered to the world. And, you know, everything is shifting. The light is coming through. And, Judy, I've got to think that programs like this, the work we're doing, the love you're sending out, the deeper energy that's coming through you, it is all playing a part in transforming this. No matter how dark it may seem at times, it is shifting. It is shifting, right, Judy?
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to stress also that we are all called to play our part. And my part just happens to be as a conduit for God's energy to work through as part of this bigger picture plan. And I firmly believe that our physical bodies over time will regenerate. And I believe in age retardation. I believe that we are all going to exhibit an increased vitality. But we have to get to that place of regeneration through the process of healing, which is about coming back into balance. And this is where most of us are at right now. So this program incorporates not just coming back into balance, but going beyond healing to regenerate. And I honestly feel in the last 3 years of working with these, not this frequency, not this language, because it's only come through in the last 6 weeks or so, but working with these energy frequencies, these more expanded frequencies, my whole physical vessel has changed. And for those of you who don't know, I'm 65. I'm pushing it a bit. And
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I am feeling better. If you look at photographs of me taken 2 years ago and photographs of me now, I look significantly, I feel, and I'm pretty happy about it, significantly regenerated. But it is the energy, I can quite honestly say. And so I'm even more excited about what's going to happen now. I've got this program that I'm listening to Monday to Friday. And as I said, I've done round 2, because every time I listen to it, I just feel so much better. I've noticed like my physical body is strong and not as, well, dare I say it, wrinkly. So I really think, and this is a program, it's not about anti-aging, it's about ascension. But one of the beneficial side effects is more vitality and feeling younger for sure. Definitely. Amazing revelations, and you are such a gift, Judy. You are my new hero, and as I, plug into you and plug into more and more of your light, I'm just blown away. There is a timelessness, there is a light that beams through you, and wow, what a day and what a big sigh of relief for all of us here. Just we can be in this bliss and joy no matter what is going on, and there is a process. And for those of you, I know we've gone a little long. It's such a blockbuster day. It is, I said on the Facebook, wow, this is going to be off the hook amazing. It has been. Judy, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for helping humanity become free, realizing this multidimensional energy, and letting people create any life they want and be free of those energies that don't serve anymore. And I agree with you. I think this stuff, I'll share, of course, not medical guides. I think when we hold on to the old stuff, it does age our bodies. It does wear us down. And stress causes huge challenges in the body. That is known medically. And stress is what? Stress is a perceived event that we are playing over in our mind. It's an emotional issue we haven't worked with. So it is shown we can release, we can be free, and we can better our lives by understanding the energy in our body. And it is happening today. Judy, thank you for being here. What a gift. You're so welcome, Darius. And it's been such a delight and a profound experience, really, to be able to talk about this new energy on the show today with you and everybody. And it is experimental, it is new, it is different. And as a channel for spirit, I just have to trust the process of what I'm being asked to do, because it's my purpose, my mission, and just keep on doing it, really, without focusing on the outcomes and saying this will do this. I just have to experience it for myself and then tell everybody about it. And that's what I'm doing.
Well, thank you so much, Judy. Incredible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wonderful day, everybody.
Yes, that is Judy Satori. What a gift. I want to share one person wrote in saying, I did the detox. I woke up feeling refreshed for the first time in a long time in years. I'm now ready for more life as less life was all I could manage with all the symptoms, so my life had diminished to almost no life. Today it has changed. Well, that was Tricia, and we are talking about this. I want to also make note, just procedurally, there's a bonus we didn't get to, which is 21 Blessings of the Golden Tara, and this came from Judy's 2014 trip to India, where she transmitted energy from this golden Tara, and there are 21 blessings that you are going to get to experience, and they will take you into the triple energies of the full moons that are actually happening in December and into January. So as we look at the timeline here, this is going to be very relevant. This is a bonus only available between now and Sunday at midnight that will help us be supported through 2 full moons in December and the 2 full moons on the 2nd and 31st of January 2018. All of it is here. This brand new package, uwealthrevolution.com/Judy, Judy 14. And I want to take a minute and thank everybody here. I know we went long. I know we covered a lot. I know we did a lot of activations. Thanks just for being in my life. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being true to you. And thank you for realizing that the power is in you. It's not in me. It's not in Judy. All we are doing at UWealth Revolution is reminding you of a truth that is humanity's to discover. Plug into it if it feels right to you. Plug into your power, your truth, your journey. You are a powerful being and you are free. It is at uwealthrevolution.com/Judy 14. Much love. We'll see you on the next UWealth session. Thanks for staying to the end. I love you. Thanks for being in my life. Much love.
Hello and welcome. This is Darius Barazandeh, host of the UWealth Revolution. And if you enjoyed that snippet of one of our interviews, I'd invite you to just scroll down for 1 second and click the link down below. You're going to get access not only to a free gift that's going to double the power of your energy field in just 57 seconds, you're also going to get to be a part of the UWealth Revolution and listen to interviews just like the ones you heard that are happening live right now, daily, where I interview some of the top healers, teachers, and masters in the field of energy transformation, energy healing, consciousness, ascension, and more. Plus, you're going to get to be on live calls where you'll get your questions answered, you'll get to submit them via webcast, you'll even get to be one-on-one live on the phone and get energy healing help daily. It's all part of what we've been doing. So get up to date, click the link, join, and be a part of it. And if you enjoyed this video or you'd like to see more of it, click the like button or subscribe. I always upload new content and I give weekly energy updates. So please let us know how we can serve you. And thanks for watching and being in my life. Much love.